Notes from Greenelsh, number 43. Take God's Hand. Last Sunday, I resumed teaching Sunday school to 4th through 6th graders. It's fun to have my son in the group. We've begun looking at various names for God. That morning together, we discovered God as El Shaddai, which means Almighty and All-Sufficient in Hebrew. What struck me as I studied for the lesson is that what God did powerfully to provide for delivering Israel from Egypt wasn't just for centuries ago. He does the same thing for believers today. All of his actions were foreshadows of what he would do more completely and gloriously through Jesus today for those who trust and obey him. I won't share the whole lesson with you, but in hope that it encourages you, I'll give you some examples of how Jesus is El Shaddai, Almighty, all-sufficient God, expressed to us. First, God delivered Israel from Egyptian bondage. Jesus delivers us from sin's bondage. God defended Israel against the Egyptian army with a wall of fire. Jesus defends us against Satan. God made a way for Israel to enter Canaan, the promised land. Jesus makes a way for us to inherit heaven, earth, and eternal life. God commanded Israel to live rightly. Jesus models and teaches us in person how to live and love, and enables us to do it. God guided Israel by fire and a cloud. Jesus is our shepherd, our door, and our vine. God provided Israel food and water in the desert. Jesus is our bread of life and everlasting water. God gave Israel leadership and wisdom. Jesus gives us his Spirit to comfort, counsel, convict, and correct. God provided Israel temporary atonement for sins. Jesus completed that atonement. He reconciles and restores people with God. God saved Israel from deadly snakes. Jesus saves all who look to him from death due to their sin. God dwelt with Israel in a tent and an ark. Jesus became a man and lived among us as Emmanuel, which means God with us. And finally, God promised to make Israel a great nation if they follow him. After Jesus died and rose again, he ascended to heaven. Soon he will return to glorify and exalt everyone who follows him, to reign with him. As I studied these parallels, it was a blessing to see how awesome Jesus is. He is God who became a man so that we can see and personally know God in all his fullness. Today I hope you can see Jesus as almighty and all-sufficient. He is able to take care of you and your every concern. Believe him, thank him, take his hand and follow him. He loves you.